Tonight, we wrap up our series on homosexuality as the discussion continues on religious perspectives.
Pastor Philip Lee is the founder of His Way Out Ministries, an international body whose mission is to guide homosexuals to heterosexuality. Last week, he hosted a series of seminars for evangelical leaders in this country.
I believe with all my heart that at the core of homosexuality, we're talking about a spiritual problem. And any spiritual problem requires a spiritual solution.
Pastor Lee lived as a gay man for 17 years. He says his life is evidence that homosexuality can be overcome with counseling and faith intervention. The Catholic Church calls for a similar approach to dealing with homosexuality. But Catholic officials believe that a person will battle homosexual tendencies all their life. The only thing to do as a good Catholic is to lead a chaste life.
It must be a struggle. In fact, our catechism says that it's a trial. The catechism recognizes that people with these tendencies will be, tried and to the hilt.
It seems to always boil down to this, a discussion about religion and moral values. But for those gay and lesbian people who don't sit in the pews at church or who have never walked through the door of a temple, what does it have to do with them? The laws that we live by in this country clearly reflect a moral order derived from religious beliefs. But in a multicultural society such as ours, should religion continue to impact the legislation, especially on the laws that concern homosexuality? Sodomy is illegal. The entry of homosexuals to this country is illegal. A same-sex couple cannot adopt a child, and gay marriage is illegal.
We don't have laws that say you have to make puja. We don't have laws that say you have to wear hijab. We don't have laws that say you can't eat beef. Those are not in our law books. So we shouldn't have laws that say you can and can't have sex with people in private.
There is some support from religious bodies in this country for legislation that protects against discrimination against homosexuals or anyone for that matter. But what they won't support is legislation that seeks to go beyond that.
We are not going to remain quiet for this kind of legislation to be passed in our country again. We are going to rise up.
It is not a matter of standing in the way of that. We will be standing up for what we believe is morality.
You find a faith pressure around getting the state to enact specific religious doctrine. This is not a country, this is a country where we believe that religion is part of society, but we don't have a state religion. We don't pick one.
Regardless of individual faith positions on homosexuality, there is consensus on the fact that homosexuals must first be recognized and treated as human beings for a productive and constructive national dialogue to begin.
First off, I would like to challenge those people to see each person as a person. You can't castigate a crowd without knowing each of those people.
Just as we want the right to step out of our house and know that we're safe, we want the right to eat, we want the right to an education, right? Gay people have a right to belong.